Hey everybody, Gunnison Undercover here. Today is Sunday, March 3rd, 2019, and I have another Google It challenge for you. Today's Google It challenge is to Google police officer arrested child abuse and see what comes up. Well, I did it. There it is. If you can see it in the glare. Let's go down the list and see what came up today. Alright, first up, former police officer arrested on child sex charges. And this comes out for KCRA.com, and it was reported 2 days ago. Authorities say former Tennessee police officer wanted. Oh, let's just click on it and see if this fine upstanding officer did. We reported on this story before. He didn't quite make it to become a cop. I think he got fired before he even became an actual cop on that one there. Let's go to the next story. This one is Salt River police officer arrested for sexual abuse, kidnapping. Oh, that sounds like a great one. Let's click on that and see if that one says. This is reported on Fox 10. And it says, Salt River police officer arrested for sexual abuse, kidnapping. Salt River Police Department officer has been arrested on sexual abuse and kidnapping charges. And I'm trying to see what the date is on that. I'm not getting a date. There's a thing you got to click on. There's a video that plays. Oh, look, he's even holding a... Let's click on this and see what happens. Because it shows this fine upstanding officer. I don't know if you can see. I know we got a lot of glare out today. He's holding a... some kind of award. Interesting. Well, they always get awards, don't they? All those fine upstanding officers out protecting, serving, always get awards. Let's go on to the next one because that one's not coming up quickly. This one's reported October 15, 2018. Son says his police officer mother held down, slapped daughter. Oh, that's nice. Filed on a child abuse. Dallas police officer Jamie McDonald, officer arrested. That's about all the Dallas Police Department is saying about this. Revere police officer arrested for alleged child abuse. This is CBS in Boston. Revere police officer arrested for allegedly child abuse. A Revere police officer allegedly abused the 5-year-old child of a woman. Let's see. Is this a woman he's dating? The page is gone, so I can't find out what's more about that story. Bossier City police officer arrested for animal sex abuse. We reported on that one. Local police officer arrested after child found with severe. Oh, let's click on that and see what this fine upstanding officer did. Oh, yeah, here he is. Local police officer arrested after child found with severe bruises. What we know now, the alleged child victim of a Clay Township police officer arrested for domestic violence had severe bruising on the face caused by an open-handed slap, according to court records. Well, they really, it's like I keep saying, folks. They solve all their problems with violence. Depending on how good their brain is, how intelligent they are, which is usually not too intelligent. When the intelligent routine runs its course and they have nothing to go to, it's always violence. Violence solves all their problems. Nicoma Park officer arrested for child sex abuse following multi... Oh, and that was reported on December 6, 2018. Let's click on it and see what this fine upstanding officer did. And let's see what it says. A Nicoma Park police officer was arrested on Wednesday at his home following a multi-state investigation. Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation agents arrested Michael Lindsay, 35, on 14 complaints of child sex abuse and one complaint of sexual battery. Lindsay is accused of molesting boys in 3 different states. Oh, that's nice. Now we got to keep our children away from these clowns. There he is. Okay, let's go and see what else we got here. Oh, well, let me see that one here. Louisville police officer pleads in mac and cheese child abuse case. This is dated November 8th, 2018. Let's click on it. Hear what this fine upstanding officer out protecting and serving the community did. Officer who hit kids over burnt mac and cheese pleads to lesser charges. Oh, well, that's not surprising. A police officer charged with assault after he struck his 2 young daughters for accidentally burning macaroni and cheese pleaded guilty Wednesday to downgraded charges. Louisville Metro Police Officer Christopher Dudley, 35, was ordered to no longer use corporal punishments and continue with parental counseling and to apologize to the children in writing, according to the online court records. Dudley, who was investigated by the Department's Public Integrity Unit, was accused of hitting his 6- and 9-year-old children multiple times with a belt, causing bruising. Oh, here he is. Yeah, look at that fine, upstanding officer out protecting and serving. Oh, yeah. This is what they do. They not only attack and hurt us, they attack and hurt their own children, which is very sad. All right, so that was that. Let's click on it and see what more results come up. Former Woodward police detective pleads guilty to 2 counts of child sex abuse. That's dated November 6, 2018. Let's click on that one and see what this fine upstanding officer did. And here's his picture right there. A former Woodward police detective pleaded guilty last month to child sexual abuse charges. Patrick Gandera of Woodward was arrested in August 2017 following an investigation with the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation into the allegations. On October 24, Gandera pleaded guilty to 2 counts of sexual abuse of a child. He agreed to serve 2 35-year sentences in the... Wow! 35! Oof! Served 3 years post-imprisonment probation, registered as a level 3 sex offender, and paid fines and court costs. Gandera was a Woodward police detective at the time of his arrest. He was a 23-year veteran of law enforcement and had been with the department since 2013. I wonder if he retired right before he got convicted so he could get his pension. All right, let me continue down here. This is a more recent one. Town of Alma, Chief of Police Steve Holland arrested on child abuse. And this is dated January 11, 2019. Let's see what this fine upstanding officer did. Oh, there he is. Right there. Look at him. He's an upstanding guy, huh? Let's see what this chief did. Town of, let's see. The police chief of the town of Alma has been arrested on child abuse charges, the Park County Sheriff said in a statement Friday afternoon. The Fair Play Police Department got a call from a juvenile on Thursday who said her father, Steve Holland, had physically assaulted her, according to the statement from Park County Sheriff Tom McGraw. Holland is the chief of police of the town of Alma because of the working relationship with the blah, blah, blah. After an investigation, the allegation was completed. It was determined that probable cause existed to charge Holland with child abuse, third-degree assault, and harassment. A district court judge approved a warrant out for his arrest and issued a $1,000 bail. Oh. Well, let me continue. We're on a roll here. Loveland man who dropped child sentenced for assaulting a police officer. No, we don't want that. Father, arrested Texas police officer, choked child before. This is dated October 15, 2018. All right, let's click on it and see if this fine upstanding officer out protecting and serving did. See if we get a picture on him coming up. All right, well, here it is. Looks like this is a mother that did this. Let's find out what she did. A Dallas police sergeant who was arrested on Saturday charged with felony injury to a child allegedly has hurt another child before this incident. In an email to the Star Telegram, the father of the child said he had reported that Jamie L. McDonald choked his son in March 2018, but during divorce hearings, the judge refused to hear the motion that would have detailed the alleged abuse. He said, court documents filed in Collins County during the couple's divorce say McDonald pinned their son to the ground, choked and slapped him. Let's see what else it says here. Well, she is a police sergeant. Dallas police sergeants arrested Saturday. Yep. Well, they certainly are a fine bunch, aren't they, people? You know, they're always out there protecting and serving us. Now, there was one other story I wanted to bring up, and I have it on the Facebook page, so give me a second, and I'll bring it up. And I'll read this one, because I wanted to read about this. And if you go to my Gunnison Undercover Facebook page, I do have links there to other stories of police officers out serving and protecting the community. And we got one right here. I think I reported on this. Fairfax police officer arrested in death of baby daughter. Oh, no, I didn't. So look at this fine, upstanding officer right there. Look at a big fatso. You know he's eaten a few donuts in his life. Let's hear what he had to do. Give me a second. It's loading, folks. This is reported at NBCWashington.com. And let's see what it says. A Fairfax County police officer was arrested Tuesday and charged in the assault and death of his 6-month-old daughter. Jason Coley, 38, of Monrovia, Maryland, is charged with child abuse and assault. He was relieved of police duties in April when he was identified as a suspect. Harper Coley was gravely injured on September 19th. The state attorney for Frederick County said she died on October 31st. Fairfax County State Attorney Charlie Smith said the girl suffered head trauma and coroners ruled the case of death as abusive head trauma. You know, just look at this tough guy. He's going to beat up a little 6-month-old baby, his own little baby girl. See, this is what they did. This guy had no intelligence level, so he immediately resorted to violence. I think you can pretty much measure the amount of the intelligence of the officer by how quickly he resorts to violence. If they immediately go to violence, they're not very intelligent. If they're intelligent, the violence is going to be, you know, probably their last resort. And it won't be their immediate go-to. Here we go. We got another one. Canton police officer charged with child sex abuses face additional counts. There he is. I won't read the story. It's on the Facebook page. But there's one other one here I wanted to get to. And here it is. Miami-Dade cop seen on video beating daughter in court. All right. So we're going to read this one here. And I feel sorry for anybody. Any kid that's parent is a police officer. Because I think, one, it affects you when you go to school. Kids don't necessarily want to trust you, and you feel like maybe you're under a microscope and you have to act a certain way. And the other problem is that you're going to have like this idiot here. You got to deal with these jackasses. Okay, let me read it. A Miami-Dade police officer who was charged with sex abuse after he was seen on a video beating his daughter at school appeared in court on Thursday. Officer Raymond Rosario turned himself in after video surfaced on March 19th incident at Pinecrest Cove Preparatory Academy that showed him grabbing his 14-year-old daughter by her hair, hitting her with a belt, and punching her in the face, according to a police report. She's a child that was being humiliated by a father and authority figure in many ways, including the fact that he's a police officer. Prosecutor Laura Adams said in court, prosecutors are not offering Rosario any plea deals or special court programs. Instead, are forging ahead trial and are disposing witnesses, including his daughter. Well, good. I hope they throw the book at this turd. There he is. There's the turd. Maybe I'll put the link in the description box. You can watch that one there. So here's the problem here. I hope that my daughter never had to get deposed, but unfortunately, since it's going forward, I guess that's where we are right now. Rosario said in court, the 44-year-old officer was previously ordered to stay away from his daughters and ex, so he's a stalker. I keep telling you women out there, don't get involved with these sociopaths, these blue narcissistic nut jobs. So this woman got involved with this guy, had a kid, and the poor kid's getting beat up by this guy. And I'm sure this is not the first time he's whooped on the daughter, and probably not the first time. I'm sure he's hit on the wife too, because he got a very low intelligence level, so he's resorting right to violence. Police say Rosario was called to school after a teacher complained that his daughter had been disrespectful. Well, you know, you show me a kid that's acting up, and I'll show you a kid that probably does not have a happy home life. I know from first experience, okay? When you're not happy at home, you're not happy in school, okay? The officer allegedly asked for his daughter to be brought to the office where the incident took place. Rosario has been suspended from the Miami-Dade Police Department while the incident is being investigated. The case is set to go to trial December 22nd. Well, I hope he gets fired. Alright, so that's it. So I encourage you guys to try your own Google it challenge, police officer arrested, child abuse, and see what comes up on your search menu. You know, they are a fine bunch of people, aren't they, people? Always out there protecting, serving us, keeping the community safe. And this is just another example of one of the favorite things they like to do. It's all violence related. You know, they want to molest children. They want to, if it's their own kids, if they're not molesting them, they're beating them up. And this is just how they are. You know, I have a couple of videos up there. There's one kid in school where the school cop came up there and picked the kid up and body slammed him on the ground. And the backup officer comes in and slams the kid's head into the counter. And it's just how they are. They're violent by nature. And one of these days, the law enforcement community is going to sit down and say, you know what, we got a problem out here, Houston. We need to take a look at what's going on. But for now, they're in denial. They don't want to admit they have a problem. They don't want to talk about the fact that they have a problem. They just want to keep the spotlight on us. They just want to keep telling us what we need to do and how we need to act. And then they go and they attack people like me who shed light on it. And I get the old saying, you know, the old crap, well, you know, they're not all bad. There's bad apples in every bunch. You know what I'd say? There's a good apple in every bad bunch. That's about the best way to put it these days. And who wants to eat that good apple if it's surrounded by a bunch of bad apples, right? I'm not buying into it. There's a lot of bad apples out there, and the YouTube is full of the videos and evidence to point to it. So, you know, I look at every officer and I pray that they're not one of them, but I always keep in the back of my mind that, you know, is this one of those turds? Is this one of the turds out there violating people's rights, hurting people, molesting children? Is he one of them? How much money does this officer cost the taxpayers? Unfortunately, that's the way I look at it, because, in my opinion, that's the realistic way to look at it, that there's just too much overwhelming evidence out there that indicates that the law enforcement has a problem, has a big problem in the way they handle themselves, and violence is their go-to solution in any problem that they encounter. This is Gunnison Undercover. Take the Google It challenge yourself, and let me know what you find. Report back to me in the comments section. I read everything, and sometimes I comment on your comments. And if you got a story you think I should cover, send me the link, and I'll take a look at it. If it's good, I like it, I'll cover it. Till next time, people, be well, be safe, and don't believe everything the police tell you. It's always propaganda, and if you see something, you record something.